Hi, this is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. So today is another episode of Etsy Archeology and I am featuring the Stash Depot. It is a relatively new, I think it's only, I want to say a couple months at most, but my time could be off. It's a new Etsy shop and I was given very kindly 2 of her amazing kits. And I really love her work. I think it's very delicate and very pretty, and I can't wait to make journals with these 2 kits. So I saw that she was opening a shop. I looked at what she was putting together, and I really liked it. So I offered to purchase 1 or 2 of her kits so I could show them off. But she said she wanted to send them to me as a thank you. So we have Orchard Mist and Ghostly Rose, and they're both very pretty. And I will be making journals with both of them for my Etsy shop. But today, not only am I going to do a flip through, but we're going to talk a little bit about the anatomy of a digital junk journal kit. And this is kind of for those of you who are just kind of not really sure what to do when you get a digital kit. Is it for you? Should you use it? Should you not use it? What comes in it? And I thought her kits were really good examples of a basic digital junk journal kit. So I thought I would talk about some tips and things as I went along. So let's start with the Orchard Mist. And I love these beautiful images of these vintage orchid. I'm saying orchard. Orchid. Orchard is like, you know, an apple orchard, orchid. Yeah, the flower. Beautiful. Anyway, I always love script. So usually you get journal pages that are somehow divided down the middle so that you can fold them in half to create a page. And so you do get that in this kit. And sometimes they have writing space. A lot of times they're just big, beautiful images that are just meant to be beautiful. So she has this beautiful page to use in the journal. And then there's ephemera, usually at least 1, if not more, sheets of some kind of ephemera. And these tags are probably my favorite part of the kit. I love how she put the colors together. So you already have tags you can cut out, ready to clip in your journal. And if you're a beginner and you want to be super easy, then just cut them out and clip them in. But if you've been making journals for a while or you want to step up your game, then you can back them. All I do is put a little bit of glue, like a glue stick, because that tends to not bubble. So just a little bit of a glue stick, and then I put down like a coffee dyed piece of paper, or I put down scrapbook paper, and then I cut that out and stitch around the edges. If you do not have a sewing machine, make sure the glue gets to the edges really well. Like put down a scrap piece of paper, or like a plastic cutting mat or something like that, and make sure the glue goes over the edge because those edges want to peel up, which is part of the reason why I like to stitch around them. And then these little circles here, depending upon what junk journal kit you get, you may get different shapes. These I think would be incredible on envelopes to like close an envelope, almost like a faux wax seal. And I'm thinking out loud just to give you guys ideas, but I'm thinking glossy accents in the middle of maybe one of these smaller ones would be really pretty as well. What I love to do with shapes like this is cut them out and then grab a little fabric scrap or a little coffee dyed piece of paper or a little lace scrap, and then put this on top of it and stitch, just zigzag across, and then glue it into the journal just as some extra texture. It's my favorite way to use these. And we get another ephemera sheet, and I love the little postage stamps. I've made some and put some in my kit too. The only thing I can't get past, and I've been trying to figure out a way around it, is trying to cut these things out. Not fun. Usually I just cut straight and then ink it. If you have a brother scan and cut, it may pick that up and cut it out for you. I have one. I haven't tried it on the stamps yet. But yeah, or if you have like scissors, like scrapbooking scissors that cut this out, that would work really well too. Sometimes you get a strip like this, and these I think are intended to be belly bands. I'm not a huge fan of belly bands in my journals, but I do use them frequently. The other thing you can do, you never have to use, just because this might be a belly band, you never have to use it that way. You can rip little pieces off to decoupage on tags, to put on blank pages. You could punch a hole here and turn it into a long skinny bookmark. That would be beautiful. There are 2 heart tags, which I think is really cute because I love doing different shaped tags. And again, beginner, cut it out and just clip it in. Advanced, back it with something. You will love the texture of that. Postcards are some of my absolute favorites to put in journals because to me, it's just kind of a history of writing, and it's a great place to journal. So not only can you journal here, you can journal on the back, and I love to back postcards with coffee dyed paper. Most junk journal kits, or not most, but I would say a good portion of them have some kind of a writing paper or background paper. And you can print this on the back of one of the bold pages. And so if you have a double-sided printer, or if you know how to take the paper out and put it back in, then you can print it on the back. However, if you get frustrated with that or you don't know how to, I've been in that camp many times myself. I even worked at Staples Copy and Print Center for several months and still had trouble sometimes, so I get it. But if you have trouble lining it up and it just causes your blood pressure to rise, don't even worry about it. What you can do is just, again, take your glue stick, back them like that, and if you just sew or glue the top and the bottom and leave the sides open, when you fold it in half, you have a pocket. And that is amazing to be able to slip things in and out of. So, and then again, more pages. So you have the basics of a kit. To me, this is an inspiration. It is a springboard. Now, I have seen a few junk journal kits where they have so many pages and so many ephemera that you don't need anything else, and you don't even use everything that's in there. However, most of them, the ones I make, most of the ones that I purchase or that I receive as thank yous or as gifts, most of them contain, several pages and a couple pages of ephemera, and they're a springboard of inspiration. So they are going to be where you take your color palette from. So when you're adding more papers from your stash, you're going to go with colors that coordinate. It gives you, you have 4 tags here. You can then go through your scrapbook paper or your book pages or go to Hobby Lobby and take this sheet with you and coordinate the colors. So this is your springboard of inspiration, and I really think that is a great way to look at a digital journal kit. So let's look at Ghostly Rose before this video gets too long, because Ghostly Rose is beautiful. Ghostly Rose is a little bit of a bigger kit than Orchid Mist, and it has a few more pages and a few more pieces of ephemera, and it has these gorgeous postcards and some cute minis. I love mini postcards, and these ones are just absolutely incredible. More over here, and then these would either be great bookmarks or belly bands. This one's really speaking bookmark to me, but each to his own. So now we get into the gorgeous pages, and I love roses, and I love ledger and old receipts, and there's plenty of room for journaling, which I love as well. And here's some more. So again, you're getting these pages, which you trim down with your paper cutter or a pair of scissors. You fold in half to put in your signature. Now this side is bright white. So you can either, and if you've seen my videos, you can spray it with coffee and be okay with it seeping through. Because if you're not okay with the coffee seeping through and maybe running some of this ink, I love that look. But if you don't like that look, then don't do that. Maybe either, stencil it or back it, double side print it, or like I've said before, glue 2 of them together like that, and that will also give you a heavier page. And that's a really good thing to do if you print it on 20-pound paper. This is 28-pound presentation paper, so it stands on its own really well. But if you're using 20-pound copy paper, then definitely backing them back to back gives a really awesome texture and a really good thickness. I love this one. So, so, so pretty. I can't wait to show you the journals I'll be making with these. So again, background paper. And there's two things you could do with this. You can print it on the back of one of, or I guess three things, because you can print it on the back here, or you can glue them back to back as so, or you can cut them out and just have it be like a page, tri-fold it and clip it in or stick it in a pocket or something like that. Of course, you could make envelopes with these. You could make journaling cards with these. This would be great for backing the ephemera. If you print more than one of these, it'll be a very cohesive look. So you could either print the, well, you could print it on the back, but it might show a line through this one. But what I would suggest is print more copies of this. And so when you cut out the postcard, you can just glue it right on the back of that and then cut it out. And so you could do that as well. And then more ephemera. It's just little things to clip in, to tuck around. These would be beautiful as kind of like a faux wax seal, because we do have some little, these look like coin envelopes to me. Those are really fun to put together. Like a bookmark here. Here's an envelope that you just cut out and fold where the notches are. And you can either glue or sew to close up the envelope, or just fold it and then leave it so when you open it up you can journal inside of the envelope. More journaling cards. So this is a bigger kit, and you would need less to buy with it, because to go with it. And you can either do a big journal, or you can cut them down a little bit, do minis. Traveler's notebook size would be great for this as well. And if you don't know what to do for the cover, this is what I do. I cut out all the pages and I fold them in half, look at what the size is, find a base for my cover. And then once I have that, I look through my fabric, through anything that will coordinate for a background, and then maybe take one of the journaling cards or take one of the pages like this one, or let's see, this here, something like that, and put that on the cover. So I hope you enjoyed looking at these beautiful kits from the Stash Depot. I'll have her shop link below. Please send her some love, order some of her kits, use them, and I will be working with these shortly, and hopefully within the next few weeks I'll have these two journals done to share with you.